Okay, we're on the north side of the garage. This is the electric meter. It's 240 volts. This is our main principal. Our disconnect is 200 amps. 240 volts, 200 amps. We get our non-conductive covers. Our bonding is labeled. Cabinets are sealed. We have the slip joint. That's good. We come on around the inside of the north side of the garage. And inside of here, inside of this wall, this is our UFER, in case somebody decides to write on this, which they should have, and they didn't. But if you look up underneath there, you can see that your second bond is there. So that's a good thing. Now, this is kind of weird, but I get it. Any electrician that comes in here is going to see this, is going to know where the main bond is, is going to know where the UFER is. Anybody with any amount of snap is going to know that. But besides that, the grounding location, the main grounding location, should be labeled inside of the cabinet. Should be labeled inside of the cabinet. Now, I'm not here to cause hate and discontent. I didn't wake up this morning to say, you know what I think should happen? That's not what I did. But you see this right here? This is handwriting. See where it says danger? See where it says square D? That's printing. The code and the manufacturer both think that all these breakers should be printed, not labeled. Printed, not labeled. Handwriting doesn't cut it. That does not meet code, does not meet the manufacturer's specifications. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. We also learned something here. Q0C42UF. This cabinet has been recalled. Okay? It's been recalled for safety concerns. Now, you've got two options. You can replace the whole cabinet, that's an option, or you can have an electrician for a relatively small amount of money come in here and retorque the connections. That's what the manufacturer says. Manufacturer made the recall. Manufacturer says if you get an electrician in here that's been gone through the program, certified to do it, he'll come in here and he'll retorque the connections to make the cabinet safe. Doesn't cost hardly anything. And then he'll put an orange sticker, I believe it's an orange sticker. It's got his initials and the date. And then anybody that opens this up, and they're not going to go around saying, wow, this cabinet was recalled. We need a whole new cabinet. You know, once you get those orange stickers in there, or whatever color they are, once you get those stickers in there and know that it's been addressed, it doesn't cost very much at all. There's no reason why not to do it. There's no reason why not to make the cabinet safe. Okay? Now, code and the cabinet manufacturer says you shouldn't have combustible dust inside of the cabinet. They say you shouldn't have paint inside the cabinet. And I can see the paint splatters coming on down in here. All right, I see the paint splatters back there. How do we know this paint splatter is not on the connections that the breakers line into? Why did the electrician let that happen? He did. No, the paint shouldn't be in here. The combustible debris should not be in here. Is that all, bud? No, it's not all. You know me. Everybody ought to know me better than that. See these whites? If you don't know those are hot, you don't belong in this box. I get it. But these should be wrapped with black tape. Will it still work? Yeah, the black tape's not going to make it work any different, any better, make it any safer. If you don't know that's hot, you don't belong in the box. But code, just like this white tape is on this neutral, everybody knows that's a neutral. The code says you should have white tape on that. Code also says you should have black tape on this, or black paint or something, or it should have been a black wire. It should have been identified as being hot. It shouldn't be identified as being a neutral. What else have we got here? I'm not through yet. Okay, come over here. What do we got? Oven and dryer. How about that? Well, let's go over here to the oven and dryer. This is the condensing units, and they're properly fused. And I did check them, and I cross-checked them. They are properly fused. But this is the oven, and this is the dryer. And you know what they're missing? The clothes dryer is missing a GFCI. This should be GFCI protected. And you know what the oven is missing? It's supposed to have a lockout. You're supposed to be able to turn the oven off, lock it out, And that way you can go take the oven out of the wall without being afraid of being electrocuted. You could have the oven out of the wall working on it without the lockout. Somebody could come over here, turn the switch on, and light you up. Okay, it's a little safety device. Expensive? No. GFCI 240 volt breaker, it's got some dollars attached to it. Not a lot. It won't cost as much as the relatively low price of having an electrician come out here and retorque the panel. So what do we learn? What did we learn? Not much here. This is all good. Coming in here, what did we learn? Dust and debris, paint in cabinet, white hots, no GFCI, no lockout, handwritten, bonding location not labeled.